the mysterious Anunnaki symbol of pine cone and handbag, key to the universe. If you have seen many ancient Mesopotamian and Sumerian sculptures, you might have noticed some deities with wings or genies holding a bag in one hand and a pine cone in the other, sometimes standing before a tree. But what's the meaning behind this? What do the pine cone and the handbag represent? In this video, we are going to try to find out and understand the meaning of pine cone and handbag symbolism in ancient Mesopotamian art and sculptures. Bucket and cone refer to twin attributes that are frequently held in the hands of winged genies and deities depicted in the art of Mesopotamia. This is especially evident in art from the Neo-Assyrian Empire from 911 to 605 BCE, notably in Assyrian palace reliefs from this period. Sometimes only the bag is held in one hand with the other hand held up, which may be a blessing gesture. Sometimes both the bag and pine cone are held by the deities. These objects are often displayed in association with a stylized tree, floral decorations, guardian figures, the king and/or his attendants, and open doorways or portals. The cone was apparently held up in the right hand, while the bucket hung downwards in the left hand of the figure. This figure is almost always that of a winged genie or an animal-headed demon or monster. Only very occasionally might these attributes be borne by a fully human figure. The Mesopotamians and Sumerians had deities called the Anunnaki, who are also seen carrying a bag and a pine cone. The depictions of deities or spirits with handbags can be seen in many cultures around the world. To the Aztecs, Quetzalcoatl was, as his name indicates, a feathered serpent. He was a creator deity who contributed essentially to the creation of mankind. He is seen carrying a handbag. Dagon or Dagon was the Hebrew and Ugaritic common noun for grain, and the god Dagon was the legendary inventor of the plow. His cult is attested as early as about 2500 BC, and according to texts found at Ras Shamra, he was the father of the god Baal. He was the god of fertility. In the Hebrew Bible, Dagon is referenced 3 times as the head god of the Philistines. He was sometimes portrayed as half man, half fish, a male mermaid, you could say. He is also seen holding a mysterious bag. Oannes was a Sumerian Babylonian culture hero, or god who taught humans about writing and other arts of civilization. Like Prometheus from Greek mythology, who disobeyed the gods to bring humans the knowledge of fire. Oannes looks very similar to Dagon, half fish and half man, and is also seen holding a mysterious bag. The next picture we're about to see is going to be very interesting and fascinating. Would you believe me if I said this is 11,000 years old? Hundreds of years before any evidence of farming or animal domestication emerged on the planet? It is. It's from Göbekli Tepe, a Neolithic archaeological site near the city of Şanlıurfa in southeastern Anatolia, Turkey. Dated to the pre-pottery Neolithic, between 9500 and 8000 BCE. The site comprises a number of large circular structures supported by massive stone pillars, the world's oldest known megaliths. Many of the pillars from Göbekli Tepe are richly decorated with abstract anthropomorphic details, clothing, and reliefs of wild animals. They provide archaeologists rare insights into prehistoric religion and the particular iconography of the period. It's thought that this massive undertaking was the work of hunter-gatherers. The exact purpose of the mountain sanctuary is unknown. However, it appears that the temple may have served as a site for religious sacrifices. What we're seeing here is from Göbekli Tepe, and if you look closely, you can see the same mysterious handbags we've seen in other cultures. What's so fascinating is this depiction is the earliest depiction of those mysterious handbags, so many years older than the Mesopotamian ones. Very interesting, isn't it? Now let's talk about the pine cones from the Mesopotamian arts and sculptures. The depictions seem to use the pine cone as a symbol of spiritual consciousness and enlightenment, awakening or immortality. It was also seen as a symbol of fertility. Ancient Romans associated the pine cone symbol with the goddess of love, Venus. The Egyptian staff of Osiris, dating back to approximately 1224 BC, depicts 2 intertwining serpents rising up to meet at a pine cone. Many theorists say the pine cone represents the seat of consciousness, or the third eye. Modern scholars and philosophers have noted the staff's symbolic parallels to the Indian Kundalini, a spiritual energy in the body depicted as coiled serpents rising up from the base of the spine to the third eye, the pineal gland, in the moment of enlightenment. Awakened Kundalini represents the merging and alignment of the chakras and is said to be the one and only way to attain divine wisdom, bringing pure joy, pure knowledge, and pure love. Interestingly, the Catholic Church uses the pine cone in its iconography as well. There is a pine cone carved into the holy staff that the Pope carries during religious ceremonies. Also, there's an old Roman fountain with a big pine cone at the Vatican City. Now the mysterious bags, buckets, or purses. The bags or buckets may contain some form of holy water, which the deities carry and use for purification. In this case, the cone would be dipped in the bucket of water before being shaken in order to ritually purify a person or object. Alternatively, the close association of the objects with depictions of stylized trees has led to the suggestion that it depicts fertilization. Or does the tree represent our DNA, and the depictions of Anunnaki with pine cones and a mysterious bag near that so-called tree of life could mean that they're altering our DNA? Ancient astronaut theorists say yes, and also provide a theory that the bag could contain the genes used to alter the DNA of our ancestors, or the bag could be some form of electric device or battery. The mysteries and theories surrounding the bag and pine cone are vast. We may not yet have found the true meaning or the purpose of those depictions, but maybe in the future. When we find an ancient tablet or literature that explains the true meaning of the pine cone and handbag, all will be revealed. What other historical and mythological stories do you want me to make a video about? Comment down your thoughts. It helps me very much. Thanks for watching.